kryptonite thing.
Did we upset you about something?
He looks mad.
Oh, I mean, I don't. Ah,
You okay, Super Rock? What's going on?
How about that?
Things are getting
I can hear you.
serious.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear
We
us?
can hear you.
I can't hear anything.
Oh,
we
we'll
can
check
hear
your
you
audio
just fine.
settings. Just go next to the stop video where it has the mute microphone and click that little arrow and see where the speaker output is.
And
Yeah.
when you do that, you realize you can hear his instructions for
It might
doing
be,
that.
yeah, it might be Bluetoothing out to your little egg thing, you know. So like, your wife wants to surprise you, she cranks it up real quick, and you're like, ugh. You know?
That better? Is that? Am I back?
I can hear you.
You've
Yep.
been back.
Okay. Is the show alive?
Oh,
Yes.
Did I fuck up the intro?
yeah. Oh,
No,
no,
no.
you made it the show.
How in the
Great.
world could you fuck up an intro to this show?
Because I didn't see Vandal do any of this. The screen was black. It was all
Ern said,
missed.
"Who started
That was
early?
a
It's
you.
7:00, Ern."
It's 7 on the West Coast, Ern.
Wait, what
it's
time is it?
on
Where's
time.
he at? Where's he at? Arizona or some shit?
I thought he was Central Time.
Ern lives in
Sure.
Michigan.
Yeah, he
for
lives
about
in
the
Wisconsin.
150th time.
So
Yeah.
he's got the same time zone as Geek.
Yeah, he's out there with Slim and M and stuff, and they're like rapping fat beats, dog.
I don't know the rules.
But
He's
when-
also choosing not to hear Suey Rug. Good choice. Good choice.
His shop probably closes around this time, so
Yeah. Could you
I can
imagine if
hear
he had
you.
us on at his shop? Like how fast it'd get
I
fired?
can hear you, buddy.
We can hear you,
It's all
Sir
good in
Rug.
the hood.
I'm back, Ern. I'm back.
Guess who's back? Back
So why don't you
again?
tell him about your week, Sewer Rug? Tell Ern, only Ern. None of us will listen, just Ern.
Ern. Make sure everyone else plug your ears. Earmuffs. When I say earmuffs, just earmuffs. Thank you. Ern. I had a freaking week, dude. Things were hectic. I went crazy with a weed whacker. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna happen. And so then I put it back together. Don't you dare, you guys. Don't you dare.
I'm
All right,
so
remember-
happy for you.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
happy for
It's
you.
supposed to go the whole way. What is this half
That's
thing?
as far as I could go. So,
What?
No, that's where you start. I mean, that's where
You
you,
gotta start somewhere.
oh, it's so thin. Oh,
It is, and
It
you know
looks
what?
way
After a
better.
few weeks, you're just
Yeah.
not even gonna notice anymore.
Yeah, it looks way better, dude.
Just take it all the way down. Take a bic to it. You're good.
I'd buy pills off of you.
it's still thick here, and a little bit here, but this and all of this, not so great, Ern.
Did you
Just
do it
wait for
yourself?
Mo and- Just wait
No,
for
my
Mo
kid-
and Larry to show up, and things will be good to go.
Whack
All right,
what?
Snorkel, you're next, and then I guess I'll never do it, and then we'll have a whole crew.
I had a week.
I mean, I fucking shaved my head, and I'm showing off this god awful view, and he's got nothing to say.
I didn't shave my head.
There we go. Tell me about it.
Yeah, but so
I've got
Subaru,
hair.
how do you like it so far? Do you drive with like the top down now?
I drive with the top down, and day one it felt like aliens crawling on my hair. I was like, my head.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not used to this feeling. And Jess was like, does it hurt? And I was like, it just hurts my pride. And now I'm like, sunglasses on. I'm gonna get a sunglass tan. My 5 head's really shining through. It's
It's not a 5 head
actually
anymore.
makes-
If you're bald, it
yeah.
doesn't count as a 5 head anymore.
It
Like,
gets rid of the 5 head. You now look like you have
Yeah.
a normal dome.
You
yeah,
now
you got almost a
transitioned.
Jason Statham vibe going on. There.
Yeah,
I'm all right with it.
exactly.
I wouldn't
Thing
fight
is
you now.
comedy.
Like before, I would definitely fight you because you look like you were holding on to something that you wouldn't let go. But now it's like you got nothing to live for.
you like bees? I'm a beekeeper.
Oh, who
It's
did
really
that? I could never
deceiving.
tell who said that.
Statham, probably Statham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your week?
Also, Ern congratulates you. He likes the shaved head.
Earn.
There you
One
go.
liar
See?
in the cat. All right, let's keep it coming.
You
I
have new
love it, man.
opportunities and maybe potential future opportunities. Ern says he's into it. What's up?
Hey now.
Snorkel,
Hey
how was
now.
your week?
Same as before. It was a week.
Okay, cool. What's your background?
Fireworks.
Oh, okay. What kind?
One that looked like a helicopter and one that looked like a fucking
Your
rocket truck.
A rocket truck? A rocket truck? Are you somebody trying to tell
rocket
somebody
truck.
how to like run stuff on Instagram comments of war pages?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Is that it? That's all you got? You didn't catch anything on fire?
This isn't even my picture.
Oh,
I just
man.
grabbed it off the internet.
Don't be so. Don't tell us that.
Is that your picture, Sewer Rug, behind you?
2 weeks ago, you had a picture behind you with a logo on it.
Yeah.
That was mine. I put the logo on Etsy.
Bought the logo. He didn't buy the
Spend
picture.
50 cents and get the logo removed. Nope, I want it with the logo. I had a week. It was a sales week, as most of you know. You actually have probably until midnight tonight to still take advantage of the sale, which is use code FREEDOM at Rogue Shop, get 20% off your entire order. I have never packed so many orders by myself since I've worked there. Like, it has been nonstop for days. And it's one of those things where we have all these flavored tinctures. And I make certain ones because, you know, strawberry, mint, those ones sell, you know, pretty regularly. But we do have some obscure flavors on there. And God damn it, if it's always the one that I don't have pre-made when somebody orders it and I have to do it. And it's like, who the fuck wants key lime pie flavored goddamn weed tincture?
That's
Like,
not as
fuck.
bad as I thought you were.
No, it
I
isn't.
thought you were going to
It
go
isn't
like
until I have
catnip
to
for
actually go
humans
and
flavor.
make it.
Yeah.
I
Stop
should've bought a
everything I'm
t-shirt.
doing, go through this process of making the goddamn shit, flavor it with that, and go back. And
So do you
I
just have-
actually every time I make like extras because I don't want to have to do it like right away again.
So is it kind of like you just have a bunch of like, is it like a white labeling kind of thing where you just go add the flavor to like the pre-made tinctures and like
Oh
shake
no
it
no!
up? Or...
I make the tinctures from scratch.
So you're out there milking the tincture cow.
That is correct.
Oh wow.
I thought it was a tincture goat.
I'm not sure.
Well, it depends on the strain.
Okay, cool.
There's rules. There's rules. I should have bought a T-shirt. But when is this sailing?
When the
Matt,
goat
okay,
dies.
and I wanted to wait till the show to talk about this a little bit, but I got an order from a gentleman named Matt, which I believe it lives at Sewer Rug's house because it's getting shipped there.
Oh, the milkman.
And a guy that an eighth of weed has lasted him like a week or more ordered some Slap Yo Mama gummies.
Oh no.
The 8th I bought for the 420 show, I'm still working through.
Right.
Okay, a
From
flower.
last year?
From this year's 420
Oh, okay.
show. Because I
From the
parked up.
420 show I finished during the 420 show.
I can't. I wish, dude. I fucking wish.
I
Since
know.
since I haven't been working, dude, I probably spent more on weed the past like 2 months than I've spent in my whole life.
Dude,
like-
I'm a cheap date. I've consistently since I was like 13 partaken, and my tolerance doesn't get to a point where I need to escalate to like shooting it up. You know, like
Oh,
just a little Dynavap, I'm set. Set.
yeah. If it wasn't
So-
for the arthritis, I wouldn't have to use so much, but I do. So,
See, so I'll slap your mama next week because the order comes in tomorrow.
like a quarter of one. Like
I'll
you're
just do
gonna
one.
regret it if you do a whole or even a half of one. You're gonna regret it. Like
Wait.
This hair, nothing could stop me. Okay.
You're gonna do it tomorrow?
okay.
All right. We gotta talk after the show. We'll talk after.
No, I'll do it
I
next
get it.
Friday. I'll pop
next
it like 30
Friday.
minutes before the
Okay.
show.
I was gonna say that'd be. Anyways, so that was a good week,
The show
Anthony.
won't kick in until after anyway, so that's fine. That'll work.
Anything else for us, Anthony, from your week?
Had to do some interviews this week. That was a whole it was a whole thing. I don't want to embarrass anybody in particular, but wow, just some challenges. I actually interviewed, to be nice, I interviewed a guy who, if you spend any time with him, you'd say that is Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
In a good way or bad way?
Michelle.
In the Sheldon way.
Okay,
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah. It was like a real life Sheldon. I swear to God.
What was
Absolutely.
he smart about? Like everything, just like annoyingly smart, or is he like,
He had a vast knowledge of cannabis,
oh,
but from an intellectual kind of standpoint.
oh, ew, yeah, that's like putting it's like putting a BMW mechanic in a Jiffy Lube.
Exactly. Like exactly that. Yes. Very
Yeah.
good. Okay, Vandal. On to your week. How was your
No,
week?
it's all right. I did
Were there
good.
any interviews this week or anything?
No, nothing I've done this week, but I do have. So obviously, I'm applying for jobs and stuff, and there's a porn shop.
You just
That's when his audio goes out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when
Audio
his
goes out.
audio cuts out.
It says porn shop and it just drops.
Porn shop.
And we've
Is
been
he
cut
pork
off from
chops?
YouTube.
Is he talking
Maybe it
about
was pork chops. Yeah, I think he was going with pork chops, not porn shop.
Vandal.
Oh,
Pork
must,
chops.
yeah, a 4th of
Yeah.
July barbecue. I
No.
get it.
Yeah, 4th of July
So-
barbecue. Yeah.
If we
I think-
continue to talk, Vandal, there's a good chance we can't hear you. So anyway,
Yeah, no.
I'm waiting for him. He's trying.
There we
Get back to
go.
your
Now,
pork
what about
chops.
that pork
Sorry.
chop? Yes.
yeah, it really does.
You fell into a porta potty right now.
Use an iPod or ear pod.
No, that's
Well,
worse
I mean, it
because you're
depends,
muted.
But yeah,
I'm not wearing any right now. Oh, depends.
it's probably his earbuds died, and then
No.
his. Oh. He got one word in, and then that was it.
Hello?
Yes.
There you are. There you are.
I know we
I-
didn't want to have any long
So-
delays. for the
Is
chat,
that
so
hello?
anyway.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Oh, you there?
Am I here?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
Okay.
you're
You
here.
look good.
So,
you sound
wait,
good.
can you hear me? No. So, anyways, as you guys know, there's like, well, as you guys don't, I don't know. There's like, chains of every kind of store. So, of course, I'm on Indeed. It's really easy to fill out applications there. You do like 100 a day. And so, I'm looking at stuff, mostly in my area and shit like that because I don't want to travel again and shit. Like my last job, it's the other side of town. It's like an hour and a half drive. So, anyways, I've been applying, all these like pet daycares and stuff like that. I did that years ago, and I feel like that'd be an easy, chill job. But today there was, yesterday, I applied for one that popped up. It's like a retail associate. I'm like, man, I wouldn't want to work retail, but they're like, it's like $17 an hour to start or something like that. I'm like, all right, so I check it out. It's the fucking love store. It's a porn store and stuff. So, Snorkel, I'm going to need you to put in some references for me since you used to work at a porn shop. But my question
Not a
is
problem.
to you guys, though, is like, they say dress for the job you want, not the job you have. So do I wear bondage or do I go in like gagged? Do I like ashless chaps? Like, how do I apply? How
Unless
do I
you're
make
gonna-
sure to dress to succeed for this place?
You're going to a porn store. You're not going to the backroom studios. So don't do bondage. You
That was
won't
a
get
little
the
vague.
job.
Vandal, how tight of pants do you own?
Wear some very
Well, all my
skinny
pants
jeans.
are tight now because I've been fat, because I haven't really done much.
Okay.
Wear,
And then-
wear a
I had
tank
pants I
top,
wore. I'm not even joking.
really
Like last
tight
summer, I
pants.
bought a bunch of pants, right? Or last winter or winter before last. And I'm like, I can fluctuate with weight pretty often. You guys have been, some of you guys have been watching us for years. Like you've seen me like super skinny. You guys see me a little chubby and shit. So I always buy pants a little bit bigger when I buy pants because I'm like, all right, around winter and next year I'm gonna be a piece of shit again. So like before I wore them and I wore them out, we go meet some friends came to town. They're like my cholo pants, because I call them cholo pants because they're huge on me usually, And I put them on the other day and I'm like, these are skinny jeans, like.
Yeah. That and
Go to that
ice.
interview. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say ice cubes in the car for your nips right before you go in. Just make them sharp.
Yeah.
Because I think the persona you have to put out is that you're just creepy enough to work at a porn store, but you're not too creepy to work at a porn store.
That's what
casual
I'm
creep.
hoping for, and that's funny you say that because exactly what I thought to myself too. Because like you have to have like you don't expect like, and I get it, it's just a job and stuff like that, but you're not gonna expect like somebody that goes to church every Sunday would never fucking work there. You know what I mean? Like somebody that contributes in church. I'm not saying porn.
They
workers
do
and
shop there though. You
But they
will see a
shop
lot
there.
of them.
But they won't stay there, And I think I have like just that right panache to like recommend the right kind of dildo or like pegging block for a chick.
And I'm
There you go.
thinking like
You end up learning a
skinny
lot,
jeans would be
measurements,
but like a
everything.
black button up. I'm just wondering how many buttons down do you unbutton?
None. You do not want the
Really?
well, it depends. What is the name of the porn store?
Put it
Oh,
away.
I
put it
forgot
away,
about
show 'em
that.
off.
Yeah.
If it's a corporate one, if it caters to
It's
women
a love
clientele,
it's a love
Yeah.
store, so it's a Barnes and Noble of porn.
yeah, it's the ones that cater to couples and females over the dingy ones with preview booze. Ugh. So yeah, no unbuttoned. Just
Really, because I think maybe just like the top of one of the tattoos to show that there's something lingering under the surface.
he wears
Well-
a short sleeve button up. It's good. He's got
No,
the
not
sleeves.
short sleeve.
Oh, short sleeve, definitely.
No,
short
and here's the
sleeve.
thing.
sleeves.
No, you
Assistant
never. Here, I get
fast
it.
food
No,
manager.
Snorkel's right though. If I was going to go work at a privately owned porn shop, a short sleeve button up is exactly what someone that works
Yep.
there would love. But
Barnes
the love
and
store is
Noble,
a
I like that.
corporate one, so the corporate one I will wear a long sleeve and roll up the cuffs.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
Because you're ready to get to work.
Steve O says
Who's here,
again.
Vandal?
When did Vandal stop being a piece of shit? Hi everyone.
Oh,
J
by the
Money
way,
Shark was here. Yeah, so let me go ahead and chat. But yeah, so like I didn't really have anything exciting this week. Got really hot, killed a bunch of ants, and stuff. I was basically 12, It's cool. It's cool, But yeah. Other than that, we got J Money Land Shark is here. What's up? He's talking Sewer Rug for some reason. I don't know why. Ern is here. It's your shaved head, by the way, so make sure you hit him up in the DMs. Slide in the DMs at 3 a.m. Ern and ask him if it's real. If we ever taught you anything, yeah.
Speaking of DMs, guys, I will get on Discord. It's just incredibly busy right now. Once I get some help, it won't be so bad.
I don't
If
even
only you
believe
knew
it's you.
somebody. God. Rogue Shop watching this, you piece of... No.
Somebody.
When Tucky is here, he said, damn, an eighth a week? Rookie.
How many months is that now? April, May, June. It's going into July. And
I always feel like that was like last week, too. You're right. Holy sh...
I don't even know how do you even smoke that little? Like, how is that even... Like, a pack in a bowl would be at least, what, half a gram?
No, I packed the Dynavap. It's just like...
Oh, that's
dude,
why. Yeah, okay.
Dude, and that's...
let me down that
I
fast,
forgot
man.
that was 420 was like so long. It was like 2 months ago. Because like, I just, like, I don't do anything anymore, you know, so it all
Well,
kind of
you had
blends
just lost your
together.
job, like, right then, too.
Yeah, so like it
Probably don't
still
really
feels like
remember how
last
long
week,
it's
you
been.
know, because like all I've been
Yeah.
doing is smoking weed and applying for jobs. So, yeah, that's like 2 months for an eighth, dude. I went through a half ounce last week.
4 months. 4 months.
And I
for
don't
an
even
eighth.
smoke
I'm talking
flower.
about Ian's here. I'm talking about.
Yeah. By the way, what's up, Ian? I'm sorry, Sewer Rug's distracting us, man.
It was
No.
me. It was my
Yeah.
fault.
Way to go, Sewer Rug. No. And he said, hit that like Pawn Stars. I think this is the thing. Pawn Stars, like, you can't get a job there, man. That shit's all fake. Like, it's all
So
staged now. They don't sell anything anymore, like souvenirs and stuff. But you can still go down there and walk around. But yeah.
I hear they film at a studio even. Like the main guys don't even show up there anymore.
Ern says he's filling an application for a dispensary. Going to start training there like 1 week to get ready for his eventual transition there. I'm glad you're transitioning, man. I'm proud of you.
It's
Way to go.
2024. You can be anything you want.
You could be a bud tender if you want instead of a vape tender, dude. It's way better.
As long as you're tender.
Yeah, I've been applying for a weed place out here, man. They're all a joke for like the most part. That one made me
It's
do that.
going to be exactly the same customers that you have now, just buying a different product.
Hey,
I'm
didn't I
telling
just
you.
see you last week?
The difference between working at a vape shop and working at a weed shop is just the product. It has
Yeah.
the same fucking people come in, the same crazy people come in, and they always want to know what's the best stuff you got.
Well, it was funny. We had this one guy, and then we'll get into the show. Sorry, guys. But with this one guy, when I was working at my last job, he'd come in and buy on his own, right? Like, he had like a wholesale account and all that stuff. But he'd come in by himself, you know, and pick up stuff. He used to own like a shop or something. Doesn't anymore, but he still have business licensing and shit. Anyways, I don't know all the details.
Thanks for
But
sharing with us.
he was a weird guy, right? And so, like, he was, like, shaved head, tattooed everywhere, you know, and all that stuff. But he kind of had, like, you know, and I'm not saying because of that, but, like, you know how some people give you that weird vibe, you know, and stuff like that? So, like, usually I'm in the office, you know, I'm not paying too much attention. I'd see him coming in and out, you know? So one day I had to go out the front door, you know, to go, like, grab something. I walk out there. He had, like, it's like a Jeep or something. I can't remember. It's like a Grand Cherokee or something. Lifted. And then it had, like, 82,000 kill pedophile flags on it. And they were like big as like the Terrible Herbst gas station flags, you know, the big American flags that, you know, and stuff like that. And I'm like, you guys
I mean,
think...
this is a message I can get behind as well. Yeah.
Which, yeah, it's fine, but like 40, like I'm not even joking. He had like 6 flags on each side, 400 bumper stickers, and all this stuff. And it's like, man, therapy would have been cheaper, but I don't know. Yeah.
Wow.
Or
Okay.
just kill pedophiles. I
I mean,
mean,
yeah, but you have to tell everyone you were touched. The rub down.
Speaking of your old job, though, when Ben's Nuts had that hat on backwards, I got real own boy vibes off of that for some reason.
I dropped it low. Is that what you need, Vandal?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate you.
Hey, bro, is this sweet? Is this sweet?
oh dear lord,
Come on, man.
no.
Let me live.
I don't know why it hit me like that real quick. I was like, all vapors do look alike.
They do, especially when they put on that hat. Especially when they put on that hat. All
Yeah.
right, rub down's going up.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're doing that part of the show?
Yeah, unless you had something else.
I got nothing. I got nothing.
I don't even know if I loaded the right stuff. What is that?
So,
What is
it's
that?
birthday cake.
Birthday cake
Pretzels.
pretzels.
Oh, cool.
They're covered in white chocolate. And
I thought it was like those
Yeah.
freeze-dried Skittles. Have you tried those before? Those
Well,
things.
I-
are
once
fucking-
again.
I
those
brought
are
these,
actually-
tasty.
and I'm gonna
yeah.
dip them in ranch tonight.
Which
Oh God, that's just
It's
that's dirty and wrong.
white chocolate coated pretzels, and I was just gonna dip them in ranch really quick. Mhm.
Oh, I thought they were gonna be like
Ugh.
chocolate, white chocolate coated.
Mm. Mm.
No, birthday funfetti and ranch, dude. Like, okay, if you stop eating that kind of stuff, I'll whatever you want, dude.
I'm just gonna keep eating it. Then.
Whatever you want.
I'm just gonna keep
I won't
eating
bring
it.
up the cadence thing ever again.
It's
You
impossible to
win.
bring up the cadence
You
thing.
win. Yeah. All right.
I don't even hear. I didn't even know that was him talking. Yeah. So we do have a Rod Pizza review. We're gonna do a little Vandalicious remix. I have no idea what you would call the AI song thing, so that's what I called it. We're gonna do a little AI reface. Tonight's episode is going to be celebrating kind of 4th of July, Independence, America. But you know, we always do everything the Fallout style. We're gonna do an American-themed dong party that Vandal gave me permission to do, and I needed it this week. And then, last but certainly not least, a little American Dirty Drawing. So we'll just kind of see how that happens. But if you want to roll that bumper, we'll get on with the Rotten Pizzas of reviews. Way that you love me.
All right, Anthony. What do you got for us?
Cool. Well, I think I gave you guys some homework last week. If you remember. And if you didn't, then we don't really care because this was a lot more difficult than I ever expected it to be. So I thought, you know, this week we would all like pick some random thing that America's the best at or number one in or whatever, you know, something fun, something stupid, whatever. And then we'll talk about it a little bit. So, as I started on my journey down the rabbit hole of trying to find something that America's number one in, I was struggling because we ain't number one in a lot of shit no more. In fact, you know, so there's some countries out there that really don't like us a goddamn bit. So I did finally find something, and it's kind of apropos. But I was kind of curious if anybody from chat or any of the panelists came up with anything at all.
Hey,
I
child.
did. I wrote it down.
Yo, Snorkel did his homework. Never mind. I'm
I
done.
did
Go
my
ahead,
homework.
Snorkel.
I'm like, I wrote this down. It's over there. Americans per capita are number one at death by lawnmower.
John Deere.
We have the most deaths per capita caused
on one
by
second.
a lawnmower.
Ben's not just frantically typing at this moment. It's
He's looking for something, anything.
I studied, and I got it, so I'm fine.
all right, cool. Anyway, continue on, Storkel.
No, that was the best I like.
Did it give any idea of like how many, like per 100,000 or anything like that?
It was something about like 6,000 a year,
Holy shit!
which is more than falling off of beds, eaten by sharks. Like hiking accidents were actually lower than lawnmower deaths.
How do you die from a lawnmower?
Have you ever seen Leprechaun?
No,
Getting-
I'm
Getting
not a
run
Jennifer
over,
Aniston fan.
falling off of it, trying
Kidding.
to
I know, but I've never seen that movie.
not
Okay.
turning it off, and then going to inspect why
Okay,
the blade isn't
You would
turning.
think that, but you have to hold the bar down. Like all newer lawnmowers, you have to like there's a safety switch that
Not
you have to
mine.
hold down.
No, you can disable those so easy. Mine's
Well, with a
disabled.
zip tie.
To
Yes,
turn
that's
my
what I'm just
lawnmower
saying.
off, I have a wire hanging out. To turn my lawnmower off, I have to ground that wire on a piece of metal somewhere. Like that's how I turn mine off. It's a
So
Craftsman.
That's
How
how.
expensive is a lawnmower?
I don't know.
That's how we're
I'm not gonna
leading.
buy a new one. Mine
We,
works.
we lead the world in deaths by lawnmowers. So.
That's crazy. That's absolutely nuts.
Kentucky brings out a good thing. We are number one at.
Oh yeah, I
Glad you
can't-
made it back, J Money. And the
We're not
haircut.
allowed to do that on this show.
Not on this show, but I like Kentucky's point.
Vandal
All
and I made
presidents are
kind of
idiots.
a decree.
We
at
haven't
one
had
point
a
we
good
We're not
president.
going to do this on the show.
Yeah.
So
What was the last president that didn't want to be president? That was George Washington. That was the last good president.
I'm actually going to say Gerald Ford, in my honest opinion.
Oh,
but
no,
Yeah,
I
he
think-
also did not want that.
I don't think
I
Gerald
think
Ford
there's some
wanted to be
people out in that
president.
guy's field, Snorkel, that would disagree with you, but.
Hey, you know what America's number one in?
They can disagree all they
That's
want.
nuts. By all means, take the floor.
You know what America's number one in? Protecting its people, okay? Hear me out. We're a little Rome, all right? We're one of the newer ones. We're strong, we're bold, and we spend the most money on our military.
I'm
That
so
is-
glad you brought this up.
That isn't to protect our own.
Yeah, it is. Or it's
No,
to
it is
other
not.
financial endeavors. Either way, we are number one in military spending.
There we go. There we go.
By
That
mega
is the
amounts.
wording. That is
Mega
the wording
amounts.
you needed
By
to use.
mega amounts. And if you look at like a world map, okay, and then you look at the size of the United States compared to the rest of the world, and the money that we spend on defense, to me,
Delayed.
it's kind of like the guy with the small dick that's short that has the lifted truck.
Mm-hmm. It's short man syndrome.
That's what America is
Yeah.
in the world scope of things with that kind of defense spending. They're like,
Well,
we're the little guy, but we ain't going to get fucked up by anybody else because we're going to spend enough to make sure that that doesn't happen.
yeah.
Also, Delane and Steve-O also put number ones that we are good at.
I would say homelessness. I haven't seen too many Huts Knows African documentaries, number one.
Those are their homes.
I haven't seen many of them.
Steve-O, I need
They're
some.
there.
I need some additional information. Are you saying that we are the number one at laundering or having it laundered?
Yes,
Probably
we are.
both.
We
Okay.
are. Well,
I'd
here's the
go with
thing: is
both.
because we have these giant corporations now that own like 2/5 of everything in the world. You know, that own like 99% of the United States. All it is money laundering. Just think about what was it last week or week before I talked about Chiquita Banana having assassin squads and shit like
Yeah.
that. Like we have a huge history of having companies go in and ruin other countries and shit like that. Like we had failed coups in like Venezuela and shit like that. You know, like it's everywhere.
I was laughing at Jay Moneyland show.
Jay Money, I just got to that
God
one.
damn
I
it.
died from a lawnmower once.
Said, glad you came back. Glad you came back.
Ian Covenant said this, number one in school shootings, yeah.
yeah, we definitely are.
Yeah.
We aim to please.
You know
Oh
what?
my gosh. Where was,
You're gonna
where
make
was
me
the
tell a
big
joke.
one?
Here's a free tip for you guys. If you ever want to flirt with a girl, you ask her if she's at school, and she says what? Say, because I want to shoot some kids inside you.
That's technic- Okay, where'd the first school shooting happen anyways?
Wasn't it
in
Columbine?
America?
First?
The
I don't
first
know.
one
The
was
first
in
one that
America. It
mattered was
not-
Columbine.
Yeah,
because
the
it was
first
white
one that
people.
mattered was
Yeah.
Columbine, but
But I don't think
first-
that was the first
That,
one.
no,
The
no
first
way.
one
Especially
was
with like
America.
New York and shit in the 70s. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
Okay, that was the first one that they made a huff or huff.
that, yeah, that one made media and everybody
15
got
minutes
all.
that way. It's 15
Yeah.
But
minutes
all
that-
right, all jokes aside, we have contributed so much to like crap culture, and here's my thing, understanding on this. Pop culture, you know, like everything, like, you know, media and mainstream media and things like that, if you look at it, most of it tries to copy things that we've produced. Like Hollywood is a powerhouse. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of things that are in there that are influenced from other places, but it's still a US based thing. Movies, TVs, culture, like, you know, as far as like what you see on like mainstream culture, consumable culture. You know, like we're number one. It's crazy too, and it's funny when you think about it. Because when, like, you know, and this might sound bad, but a lot of the world tries to emulate us, right, with stuff like that. And it's in an ironic sense, you know, with clothing and shit like that. And, like, a lot of people be like, oh, that's because we're the best, we're the coolest. It's like, no, it's like when a really, really rich white kid tries to act like he's a thug from the ghetto, you know what I mean? Like, it's an ironic kind of thing, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm not respecting you, I'm doing this out of, like, you know. But, you know, music, movies, like everyone tries to copy us on those things. There's nothing that can stop it. Like, you know, like K-pop wouldn't be so big if it wasn't for the NSYNCs and the Britney Spears of the 90s, you know what I mean, and shit like that. That would never have happened. You wouldn't have Bollywood if you didn't have bad spaghetti westerns and shit like that, you know. So there's a lot of things that the reason why, you know, a lot of people say we're great is because for a long time, you could come here from anywhere in the world, right? As long as you had some kind of purpose, you wanted to work, you wanted to do something. Like, don't get me wrong, there are people that come here that don't want to do things. There are people from here that don't want to do shit like that, you know? I consider myself a pretty lazy American as it is. But what made culture great for America was because it was a blend from everywhere else, and you were able to expend it out there and put it in the world the way you wanted to do it. That's why YouTube's so cool. That's why we're here. That's why this shit, you know? And that was the American dream back then, is to go there and work for something, and live for something, and to do it, you know? And it doesn't feel like that much anymore, off my own opinion, you know what I mean? But it doesn't mean
I'm
give up
feeling
hope
a lot
and
of
throw it away.
Fallout Americana coming my way right there.
But
at this
yeah.
moment.
But yeah, so I don't know. That's my input on it, you know, and we're not
Hey,
Do
we
you
spend
have
a
one?
lot on our military. Did I tell you that? I mean,
Yes, we absolutely
a
do.
lot of money.
not
We got a
enough,
lot.
man. I didn't make shit. No, kidding. Well,
We
here's the
got
thing.
tanks.
The reason is the biggest reason is because we really do invest in our people. Every person that goes out into a combat zone has has armor, has weapons, has magazines
Now
and shit
they
like
do.
that. They have NVGs, you know, like in Russia, they have like 10 fucking sets of NVGs that they rotate through like 300 million troops. You know what I mean? And shit like that. They send troops out there without weapons like that in the movie. What was that? Enemy at the gates or some shit? Pick up the rifle when your buddy dies and shoot it, you know? And shit like that. So there's a reason why, like, you know, we haven't had the like huge main military things trying to attack us and do shit like us. And I get it. There's a lot of social programs out there and shit like that. And I feel like I lean left a lot more than a lot of you guys, but I will support military spending.
Boom. Boom.
Oh,
I
yeah.
brought my fact.
Totally
Well,
support it.
Vandal, give us yours. What's your number one thing?
It has to be music, man. It has to be music. Because there's nothing else out there that inspires so many people. Because, like, I get it. Like, you know, there's a lot of stuff out there that we could say, like, you know, people want to go out there and they say, like, you know, get the best job and have a retirement and all this stuff. And, like, the American... fuck all that shit, man. The music. You have somebody that went through some harder shit than you. Maybe, maybe not. But they put it into some words, you know, and they put it together. And shit like that. I mean, who would have thought you'd have somebody like, and I get it, not everything has to be deep, but who would have thought fucking 50 Cent would be over in Taiwan fucking rapping about, like, you know, do-rags and shooting people in the streets, you know, a bunch of Taiwanese people have no idea what's going on, but they're like, G-Unit, G-Unit, you know what I mean? Like, you can't, you know, that's you don't see that everywhere else. And don't get me wrong, like, you know, you have your Elton Johns and shit like that. They come from other countries and stuff like they do it big. But there's nobody out there like American culture that can go to every single country and be known. Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in the 80s did millions of fucking Japanese fucking energy drink commercials. It's like, oh yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. Like, what the fuck do you know what I mean? Like, and I get it, he's Austrian, but you know where he got big? American culture, American media. You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Big. Yeah.
It looks like Apathy is saying that America's number one in blood clots in the leg. So,
No more blood cuts in your leg. Yeah,
Keep
hopefully
spinning,
you are
keep
out.
spinning, man.